Have you ever imagined recovering all your losses in prediction markets with a tool that does it automatically? It hit the take profit and the trade was closed. Martingale, inverted Martingale shuffle. Ever imagined all of that automated? 158.40, then this 37. It's all here. So stay with me in this video because you're going to understand how important these tools are for your trades on Polymarket or wherever you happen to be trading. Welcome to another walkthrough here. This one is 100% about prediction markets and meme coins. In today's video, we're on video 2 of 4, where we're going to train you, free of charge, to use this tool you're seeing on your screen. ARBITRADEPRO.com. It's a tool where we're the alpha partners in Brazil. We're the first ones putting this out there, and we're going to run this mini training with everyone interested in what, in my view, are the best tools for prediction markets, for Polymarket, for example. So stick with the video because you're going to thank me at the end for teaching you this. Because whoever gets there first drinks the clean water, and this is early. So let's go. In video 1 of 4, we covered take profit and stop loss for you. Take profit is nothing more than the platform closing your trades automatically when you define the profit you want to reach. And stop loss defines and automatically closes your trades at the maximum loss you're willing to accept. Did you miss that video? No problem at all. It's worth watching first because everything here builds on it and the two tools work together in every example I'm about to show you on screen. It's one of the best tools in here. And now we're going to focus on Martingale. Remember, this is video 2 of 4. In video 3, we'll learn about Soros, trailing stop and break even, so by the end you'll have the complete training on this tool. Well, before anything else, to get started here, obviously you have to deposit some crypto, whichever one you have or want, whichever network. It's very simple. You have your address and you send it. On the exchange side, it's worth checking the sign-up bonus because you can pick up $10 in USD just to start trading. Once you open your wallet on the exchange, you're already able to move funds in, and from there, everything happens inside the platform we're using here. The money stays inside Polymarket. Arbitrade is only a tool for managing and running your trades. But custody and administration of your money stays directly in a Polymarket wallet for your safety. So let's go. What are we covering today about Martingale? Do you know what Martingale is? Martingale is a mathematical strategy used to recover losses. We clicked on documentation there. In the ARBITRADE PRO documentation, you have the manual in English and in Portuguese. You can simply switch here and set it. So Martingale applies a logic. It increases your position size during drops or adverse moves against the original entry, seeking to recover open losses when a reversal happens. So you still get the full picture here of how it works. All right, let's go straight to practice here so we don't waste time. And before anything else, as you well know, prediction markets are temporarily blocked in Brazil, but we also have a chance here to give you the option of installing a VPN. With a VPN, you basically browse securely and choose where you want to browse from, which country. I'm using Proton here, for example, and I'll show you where I am right now. I set it to trade from Chile, so I'm trading connected with my iPod in Chile, as you can see here. So I have access to Arbitrade and to Polymarket. As you can see here, precisely because of this VPN. The VPN itself is very cheap, $2.99 a month and 1 detail. There's a free tier you can use as well. On the free version, unfortunately, they choose where you'll be routed, and that isn't always the fastest country. So when you use the free version, you end up letting Proton choose where you'll be trading from. But anyway, that's the tip I give you. Now let's get into it here. Going into the crypto markets, I always use the crypto market because there are markets that settle in very little time, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, and 1 hour, which are the most interesting. And let me teach you how the Martingale tool works, which is the focus of this video. So we're going to select the 5-minute crypto here and open the Bitcoin market. So Bitcoin just went into the market. We have our positions coming up here. Obviously, none are open yet. But before we make our buy, you have to understand the logic. And here's the logic. So you can trade. You have an identical panel here. It's Polymarket's. Her in advanced settings, you clicked. And you're going to open the side panel here. We already learned take profit and stop loss in video 1. And here we're going to define the strategy of what? Of Martingale. In the Martingale strategy, there are 3 types of Martingale: continuous, inverted, and shuffle. And down here, we have the settings so you can trade the right way. But first, let's understand the concept of Martingale in practice. Martingale is a strategy built to recover losses you've already taken. How does it basically work? You, for example, have your $10. You're going to buy a share, a stake in some prediction market event. It could be Bitcoin, it could be sports, whatever. Any of the markets inside Polymarket. So you go there and make a $10 buy. You went in with $10, and on each loss you define in terms of percentage, you can double, triple, or even go in with some fraction beyond that loss. For example, you're seeing here in this box that there is what? Trigger, steps, and total steps. Increase step means I'll increase the steps. What does that mean? Trigger, there in English, is going to be how much you accept losing in order to recover. So let's suppose you went in with 10, and you accept losing 20%, which means you went in with 10, and when it hits 8, it closes the trade and opens what? A new trade here that you're going to define in the increase step. What percentage do you want that trade to be? There, 100 is 100%, which means if it hits the 20% trigger, it opens double. Did you get that? Setting 100. And there in steps, that means how many times will this happen? So this is exponential, meaning I set there by 10, trigger 20. I'll even put it in here for you, trigger 20. And here we set that it will open, it will double. So 100%. And how many times will it happen? Twice. Let's put in twice here, twice. And here's our total amount, correct? So we already have here that you'll be using $90 of your budget to do this that we talked about. Why? You go in with 10, you lost, it doubles. First step. So what is it? Men 0, 1, which gives what? 20. You lost, and since you're doubling, you have to recover the first 2 losses, which is what? The entry of 10. The 10 entry plus what you lost, 20. And here then you're going in with how much? 10 plus 20, 60. Because you have to recover your losses and come out in profit. So that's the basic scenario. Of course, you're going to say, going in with $90 is a lot of leverage, right? Just to make a profit here. No problem. You can set this however you want. Want to go in with half? You put 50% here. Want to do a single step and put 10%? Same thing. That depends on your bankroll, how much you have available, and whether your profile is more aggressive or conservative. So that's up to each person. I'm explaining the logic of it to you. And always, now pay attention. Continuous Martingale, which is written there, is what? Entry, meaning you're going to set up or down there, up or down, and all of these steps here in the same direction, meaning I'm talking about continuous, which means every new entry will be in the same direction. What would that be? You go in on up with 10, you lost 10. You go in with 20, you lost 10, gave 20. You go in with 60, always in the same direction, meaning you're inside that market and you believe that market. So that's continuous Martingale for you there. The inverted one follows the same philosophy. I'll use this here and erase it, except that it's sequence, where that one was up, 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 all right? Because we define 2 steps. When you set inverted, it's going to define the up. It makes the first entry up and the second down and the rest down. However many steps you go through, because its philosophy is that you enter in one direction. And since the market reversed, you're going to reverse the entry and keep following the reversal. So it inverts your position inside that market, all right? And besides that, we have shuffle. Shuffle, as the name itself says, will go in up or down, and it will go in like this. Up, then down, then up, then down, then up, then down again. Respecting your direction, it will do a literal shuffle. It will mix it and do this sequence of up and down inside that, respecting your trigger. So always remember that you have a trigger for these trades to happen, which is precisely that percentage of your entry. So let's show in practice here what happens. All right, remembering that you who are here and already learned to use, take profit and stop loss, it's a great strategy to blend the two. Exactly. You can set your strategy and define your take profit and stop loss, and you can come here and save. And to complete the tool, which is really nice, they made it possible to save a configuration here. So you save your best configuration, and you come here and save your preset, which is the configuration you'll use across several markets. So here, for example, we saved a conservative martingale plus take profit. What did I save here? I set 92 cents, remembering that take profit ranges from 0 to 100, which is the value of the share inside prediction markets. So every time it hits 92 cents or 92% of an up or down, it closes. I left it here with no stop loss, and I set my trigger at 20%, which means every time it hits 20%, it will open a brand new entry for you. For loss recovery, remember we're talking about losses. Here I set it to double my entry, all right? And here, how many steps I want to take. So here, I'm going to run a simulation. I'll go to the live one. Let's see, this market is finishing here. Let's go to the next one, quickly here, which is starting now. Bitcoin market, 5-minute expiry. I go there, I clicked on my preset, already saved, it's there, and I set how much I want. I'll put $5 here. And the maximum I'll be putting in is $135. I'm leveraging quite a lot, it's 3 steps, and I'm going in with buy up here. I went in with buy up, and now the trade will execute here. The volatility has already opened 2 positions. Look, it opened at 0. With 5, it already doubled. It's very fast, man. Look, it closed already. Why? Look, there. I'm losing. 27. I lost it all. Why? I went long, and here are the positions. According to the market's volatility, I'm already there. It already opened a position of 122.40, and I'm already at how much? $27 here? Look, 30, 33, and you can close whenever you want. All right? The Bitcoin market here is very volatile. It's one of the worst markets to test this in. But since we want to force it to stress the tool, I'll come out here. Let's see. I want to push it a bit more to about $60 so I can exit the trade here because I'm down there. Actually, the martingale made me recover. I'm trying to get bigger leverage here. I can wait for the market to finish, or I can simply sell my trade here. One of the two. I'm running with no stop loss, and here 92 is my take profit. If up reaches 92, all right? It almost hit it there. Let it push a bit more. Let's see if I can close. I'm closing now. I'll close 100, 100. Close, close, close there. Wow, it caught even more. It caught even more. It caught 100. All right, sold, sold. Now you're going to see what happened. I'm going to our admin panel so you can see what happened. And here, the alerts already came in. Step executed. All the steps here were executed. So exactly that function, which is continuous martingale, I went in, up with 50 cents, and every buy went to up. You can see that clearly here, correct? They were all up here, all right? So the first hand gave 5. I configured double there, so I lost with 20%, and here you can see it was almost exactly that, because 20% of 5 is how much? $1. So it gave $3.94, it should have given 4, it closed automatically, and it opened another one of 10. Because I told it to double, went in with 10, lost again, $7.80, went in with double, which I'd already spent, $30, lost another 20%, $23, and it was the last hand of 90 when I closed automatically and came out here with $158, which basically recovered all of this. Because how much did I spend here? 90 plus 120, 130, 135. I came out with 158. Basically, I made $23 on a trade that you can see took less than a minute and a half. You can rewind the video, and that's how we managed to recover. You saw that the whole sequence was up. So that's how continuous martingale works. So now, let's go test the inverted martingale, which basically works like this. We have to look at this sequence here. The same thing, except this up, and then all of them have to be down because it works on a reversal. So let's try it. Let's go to the Bitcoin board. Let's go in here at 5 minutes. We're going into the next market with a 5-minute expiry. It'll be this time slot from 12:05 to 12:10. It's here. The little clock already shows it. Let's look at the chart. So naturally, we're going in the opposite way since it's a reversal, because I want to show how it actually works. And then I'm going to load the preset I already saved. It's saved there. Same thing. I saved it with take profit only. All right, I'll set it here. It says inverted martingale. My trigger is 20, 100% doubling, except now I won't leverage as much. I want to set 2 steps at most. Entry plus 2 times. And then I'll set it here too. I can even raise it to $10. There I put $5, now I put 10. And then I'm going to set it to, it's inverted 2, buy up, went in. I went in here, it was executed. So the position will show up here. Let's see if I set it. That's it, look there, $10. If it hits 8, it'll close, because I'm already negative here. Now it has to close, and it will open another position, exactly at double. So the version here is, as I said, I went in on up, and now it's down. And it went in with double. It's already positive here. And of course, now we have 2 positions. Either I close this one, already positive, or I wait for my take here, which has to hit 92 cents, if it stays positive. And then it closes by itself. Meanwhile, while it's positive, it doesn't close. Either you sell by clicking here and giving it 100%, or you can sell whenever you want, or let the market run out. So in this case, I'm even going to speed the video up here to see whether the market moves in favor of our entry. Well, with 148 left there, you saw that since I had a take profit set at 92, it hit the take and the trade was closed. Let's go look at our admin panel. Are the trades there? Come with me. So let's see how our trade with the inverted martingale went. Remember that here's the trade we made in this video, this last profit, and here we went in exactly on up with $10 and it hit the 20% trigger. Direction, because the inverted one, remember, goes in one direction of buying, up or down, it inverts, and all of your steps will keep the same direction. Since we didn't use all the steps, which were 2 beyond the main entry, it closed on the first one, and here, exactly at 92 cents, which was our take profit, it closed at a profit of 30.67, which means it used 10, we had a loss of 8, so we had a balance of 2, went in with 20, and we closed at 30.67. So basically, we had a really nice profit on this trade using the inverted martingale. And now, to finish the martingales, let's learn and see how the martingale shuffle works. We're going to go into the 5 minutes again and open Bitcoin here. We opened Bitcoin in a market that already started there. It's been about a minute since it started. Let's put 5 here. Let's try to go in quickly. Let's go into any of them, into any market here. We already have the shuffle ready, which we saved here as a preset. I'm going to reduce it here so it isn't so leveraged, so I don't use as much. I'll put 5, and I'll set it here. Let's change it a little. Let's put 50% instead of doubling the hand. And then we use a bit less capital, only $31. Let's hit buy up, and look how low up is right now. Buy up. Remembering, everyone, that this kind of 5-minute prediction market is considered one of the most volatile there is. And Arbitrade is delivering a lot, man. It's really delivering. So it already closed because it already hit the trigger. We went in with buy up. Now it has to go in down. It has to go in below. Positive, man. If I want, I'll even close. I could close this here. I need to close. I'll close. I won't leave another one open. Should I leave it? All right, closed. What goes in now? It was down, now up goes in. Hold on. There, up went in. See that? Now I can close. 2 of 2. There, sold. I came out of the trade positive. I'm out, all right, closed. So you understood how fast the Bitcoin market is at 5 minutes. One detail. Again, this is the worst market of them all. The rest of the markets inside Polymarket, which you see mirrored in Arbitrade, are much easier to trade. And you don't need that kind of speed. Here we're stressing the Arbitrade tool to the maximum precisely to check whether it's actually good. So we go back there. Let's go to our admin panel. We came into our admin panel just so you can see that we're following everything here, doing it in this recording. Remember our trade, the first one where we made 158.40. Then you remember. It's all here, right? And now the trade we just went into, which was $5. Except remember, we didn't tell it to double the amount, but to go in with 50%. Look here, 5 and 750. Exactly right. And then what is it? It's up, down, up. Shuffle is exactly that. It goes up, down, so you catch the best sequence in there. And what did we come out with? We used 5, we lost, it changed position. 750, we lost 20%, it changed position. We went into the third, which was 2 of 2, 18, and we closed at 31.88, and there, counting the profit. So we used all 3 tools here to produce this video. You can even see the timestamps there in sequence to show you how sensational this tool is. And what did I tell you about markets? Because, for example, if you go into the 1-hour Bitcoin market, man, it's far less volatile. You who are watching here, look at the speed. You can decide more calmly. However, at 5 minutes, the market closes constantly and you get more leverage, all right? Though there are those two differences. And of course, all of those markets, you can do this in all the markets here. The culture market, talking about what's happening with GTA 6. You can use these tools on any of those options. Any one of them. All right, so that was video 2 of 4, where we talked about Martingale. In video 3 of 4, we still have the Soros tool, which is the leverage tool. You don't lose anything by waiting. And I'll tell you in advance what's coming, part of the ARBITRADE PRO tool, which is where the signals come from, generated automatically during the day. Which, I'll tell you in advance, since you watched to the end, is part of the ARBITRADE PRO tool. Yes, you'll copy without having to sit around waiting for the best opportunity. And with copy trade, you'll copy wallets like mine and other people who are doing really well in the market. All right, so we're in this together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.